Live from deep in an underground bunker in East Tennessee, this is America's premier mortgage field services expert, Paul Williams.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Foreclosurepedia podcast. The date is the 31st of July. It's the last day in July, 1340 hours Eastern Daylight Time. I've actually received quite a few letters from the Foreclosurepedia Nation asking me a lot about information security, about not only how to protect their information, but how precisely do they actually, go out on the internet and, for want of better words, search the internet anonymously, no pun intended there. And it's really not that difficult of a process. So we're actually going to do it here in real time. So we'll come over here to Google. Now, incidentally, I use Firefox. I don't use Google Chrome. There's just a lot of reasons for that, and we'll get into that in another podcast. But so let's go over here. Just type in the letters TOR, T-O-R. It's gonna bring you up. Excuse me, the TOR project. You're very simply going to go to download TOR. And it's gonna pretty much know what you're running anyway. Now I'm actually running Windows 10, and I would have done this in Linux, which I'm normally in, but Camtasia hasn't seen fit to actually give us a Linux build. They probably never will. It's just a long story. And so this is what we're talking about. We just simply click download. It's going to be a binary file. Click save. Throw it wherever. Mine always goes to the desktop. Makes life easiest. You can't see it, but up here at the top, it's telling me, I don't know, it's got about 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and that's based upon a 12 megabits per second download. I'm pretty rural. I actually just upgraded from 3 megabits per second down, and we're in a county with 1 stoplight, so go figure. But so anyway, so we have it, and so I just went to my downloads. I clicked the actual program. You see, install in English. Yeah, I mean, unless you're somewhere else. Where do you want to install it? It's not rocket science. We're rolling real time here, just to kind of give you an idea of the amount of time it's going to take. It's walking you through all the files here that it's actually putting in and such. I always run the TOR browser. I always add it to the start menu. Let's finish. Lower it down. You can see here, gives you the couple of icons. So what I like to do is simply drag it down here with the rest of your stuff. And so what do you want to do? Generally, there's no reason to configure unless you're at work, or, let me pull this down. Generally, there's no reason to connect unless you're at work or you have some problems with your connections for whatever reason. Boom, connect. You can see it brings us this. And depending upon your speed and such, it may take a little bit of time. It's neither here nor there. You can see, and let me get this so it kind of all fits in. This is what it's going to give you. So we're surfing the net anonymously now, for want of better words. We can check this out by simply clicking the test. And so it says, the internet, everybody, the government right now, they believe that my IP address is this. We'll get in it on another video about how it goes to that, how it determines all of that. And in here, you know, so these are the settings. Some of the settings tells you what you can do and can't do. Generally, by and large, TOR isn't really configured. You don't want to stream video, music, all that kind of bullshit. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but your anonymity is going to be somewhat problematic. You can see here, we can go in here. It's saying where I'm being pinged and bounced, and I have all my features here. Let's do this. I don't remember the name of you know, so you can see as we're scanning here, it's just like Google in the sense that you really can use a search engine. I just wanted to use that as, excuse me, just a random deal. You can see here, Google unprotected tools, but let me give you an example. Graham search. I want to show you this because first, well, let's do this. Wait one. Let's actually put that on hold. So I want to show you precisely why, what the difference is between, if you will, deep web, dark net, whatever the hell you want to call it. You see this address right here? Highly different. You put that into Google, you're not going to get anything. And so I get a chuckle. This search engine actually is Graham's. That's what it's called. Its initial searching profile, cannabis. You have different types of deals you can get involved in. Helix, Helix Lite, Bitball, you know, your TOR ads, everything like that. And these are the valuations that it's going at. And this is because of the fact for a long time, you know, dark web and dark net, you know, so this was the Silk Road. You know, for example, let's, I don't know, we probably can't. Let's do this. Oops, misspelled. So, excuse me. Now, you're searching, your connection speeds, everything may actually be slower. Mine is, because I'm all the way at the end of a circuit and a connection. But when we're going to Wikipedia, so remember when we looked at the different addresses, you can see right here that they're different. So the response time, you know, it's just really going to depend upon your connection, where you're at, what you're doing. You can see it takes us right here. The Silk Road was shut down. I mean, you know, you had Dread Pirate Roberts. There's a whole long story behind that. You know, was Ross the Dread Pirate? Was he not? You know, so I'm not going to get into all that. But on on Silk Road, so forever and a day, you were able, and you still can in areas of darknet. You can buy cocaine, ecstasy, marijuana. You can buy kids. You want to buy arms, ammunition. You want to buy a fucking army. It's all possible. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to tell you, I will advise, don't do it. But it is possible. And that's because, by and large, the internet, that most of you understand, is only about maybe 6 to 10% of the entire net. About 90-some% of the internet is generally what we call deep web, or perhaps dark net, dark web. And by and large, what we're talking about, and you have to understand how the proverbial internet actually came to be. And the fact of the matter is that, so Al Gore didn't invent the internet, for all you liberals out there. DARPA did, Defense Advanced Research Project Administration. And by and large, what you have is a tremendous amount of databases that are out there that are scannable, they're searchable, but you can't obtain them through Google. And so anyway, within those areas, So you have websites that actually get created. And far more complicated than that. It's neither here nor there. But as you can see, even through TOR, and just using TOR doesn't necessarily mean you're inside of the dark net, dark web. It means that what you are doing on the internet is is with anonymity. However, once again, putting the caveat that, and we're going to get into this in another podcast, that so you have to practice proper InfoSec, information security procedures, and that is about it at the end of the day. So as you can see, we've installed TOR. You always want to make sure you're checking for your updates, as you can see, because we just downloaded it. We have no issues. If I can expand out here, here we go. So you can see down in here, we're running it on Windows. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, you may reach me on Google Plus at D. Paul Williams, LinkedIn, Paul Williams, and the LinkedIn group Property Preservation Consortium, Twitter, Foreclosurepedia. We stream all our podcasts on iTunes, Foreclosurepedia. We have our screencasts over on YouTube, the Foreclosurepedia channel, and always at foreclosurepedia.org. We'd like to give a special shout out to Amazon.com, whom provides our S3 podcast and video storage, and Cloudflare for hosting Foreclosurepedia in 24 different geo-positioned servers, pro bono as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to give me a shout out, COO at foreclosurepedia.org.